Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to another episode, Estuary Adventures. Guys, we have the biggest, coolest surprise for you. We are in the Everglades. Just kidding. We are in Marathon in Key West, Florida. As you can tell by the water below me. We got the boat here at our rental house. We're going to be here a week. We're going to be hanging out. We're going to be doing some fishing, some swimming, some snorkeling, food, drinks, swimming, you name it. So hit that like, hit that subscribe. We're going to be doing 5 days of videos, hopefully. We're going to see what we get into, but at least 3 days of videos. So without further ado, guys, welcome to Marathon, Florida. Welcome to the Keys. Here's a tour of our house for the week, and hope you guys enjoy. What's up, guys? Well, for our first time to the Keys, as you can see, the water was beautiful. We decided to do some exploring around the 7-mile bridge, and let me tell you something, from the bridge the water does not look anywhere near as rough as what it did. So we did some exploring, hit some massive waves, ended up riding around, went to the Atlantic side, underneath the bridge. You can see the white caps right underneath the bridge. So we rode around, we went out, we just checked out the whole entire area of Marathon by boat on our very first day. This is our first time ever being out here. We're literally winging it, and I'm glad we did. We ended up finding a ton of cool spots, a ton of cool places. As you can see, sailboats absolutely everywhere, all over the place. And a lot of these people live on these sailboats full time. These are all residents. Right there to my right, you'll see, I'll try and zoom in, but that's government property right there. So that's some kind of satellite tower or comms or whatever they're doing, but we weren't getting on that island. So we decided to ride around, checking stuff out by boat. More sailboats over here. This is all on the Atlantic side of Marathon. So Gulf side, no sailboats. Atlantic side, all sailboats. It was pretty cool to see that many sailboats in one general area. Now, we had this back canal where we found this old drug submarine. We ended up going up to the Keys, Key West. We actually accidentally attended Jimmy Buffett's parade celebration of life. which was super cool. So glad we got to do that. That is something that I wasn't even knowing was going to happen, but it was really cool just to see it and be there and everything else. Rest in peace, Jimmy Buffett. Which brings us to our next adventure. We hit Worldwide Sportsman, and we weren't knowing what we were expecting here either. Took the elevator to the top floor. Ernest Hemingway's boat right in the middle of the place. Bought some lures, bought some shirts, some hats, stickers, the whole 9 yards. Julia was definitely skeptical of the elevator, but she survived. Another day out, decided to fish the 7 Mile Bridge, and it was just as rough, if not rougher. But I gave it the old college try anyway. Got a couple decent bites. Still, we were in about 30 something feet of water. My boat was seriously outgunned. As you can probably tell by the wind, it wasn't that fun of a situation. But once again, we powered through it. That's a 2-foot wave coming right next to the boat. So, being the tourists that we are, we hit all the little aquatic areas, the touch tanks, the feeding tanks. We hit all of that cool stuff, which was really cool. This place is called Aquarium Encounters, where you can actually get in the water with the fish. So that was cool. We didn't end up swimming that day, but still it was cool to just see the tanks and all the animals. We ended up feeding the lobsters. We fed the tarpon, which you see right there. That is a huge tarpon. We ended up feeding tarpon, stingrays, lobsters, jack crevalle, the whole 9 yards. It was a really cool place. I want to say it was under $20 a person. A really nice place. If you guys are ever down there, check that out. All the fish were friendly. As you can see, this is one of the dive tanks here. Absolutely beautiful. Big nice grouper right there swimming around with a tarpon. The little manta rays, they'd come right up to you. Here's the stingray tank. And then our next trip was to the Lighthouse. The Lighthouse was really cool. Didn't know you could get to the top of it. So, get to the top of the Lighthouse here, and the views were amazing. It was so cool seeing all of Key West. You could see every square inch around it. Here's the little history on the thing. You can pause that if you want. Our next trip was at the Hemingway house. This was really cool. Me and Julie are big time cat people, so we really had to go see the Hemingway cats, and we're really into history as well, so we had to check this out. These are all his rooms where he used to write all his books. He wrote there for a decade or so. Custom tile throughout the house. It was just immaculate. The cats were super duper friendly. All the cats loved us. We had cats in the gift shop, as you can see here. Cats in the dining room. Some cats didn't want to be pet. Some cats loved to be pet. Here's our next generation of Hemingways here. This right here is where they keep the cats. This is the little cat house. This right here was a super cool window into his bedroom. This right here, if you pause this is the actual pond in front of the house. This is the cat cemetery, which is really cool. One of the cool cats that Julia was hanging out with. More of the cat cemetery. Those are all the names of the cats that have died. Another cat sleeping on the bricks. Another cat on Hemingway's bed, which was really cool. So our next adventure brings us to Blimp Road. And as you see in the blimp, that blimp right there will get you another shot of it. That blimp is called Fat Albert. You can look him up. It's really cool. Today we decided to fish, and we really wanted to go out and find some nice clean water, some good water for the boat. Find an island with some birds that we could fish. We fished for a little bit. And you know me, if I see an island with birds, I'm hitting it. So we're pulling up to islands, we're checking things out. We're doing a little bit of fishing, but mainly our goal is to find a nice sandbar, somewhere nice to hang out, you know. So As you can see, the bird activity here was epic, so I'm throwing the top water. Little choppy out, but this was an island way out in the middle of nowhere. I just liked all the structures, so I fished it for a little bit. Julia fished it for a little bit. Not much luck, little barracuda, but we were on our way to find cleaner, nicer water. So as you see here, we're on the run. We're running and gunning. We're looking for islands. We're looking for sandbars. We're looking for somewhere to get out of this boat and just cool off. Maybe snorkel a little bit. Who knows, maybe find a spot to find lunch. So we rode and rode and rode, and the farther we rode, the clearer it got, the shallower it got, the wider the sand got. It was pretty amazing to see just how it would transition from the shoreline all the way out to the Gulf. So as we're running, we're finding more and more sandbars like this. This is a sandbar we ran over. It looks very shallow, but this sandbar was probably 6 to 8 inches underneath the water. Farther we went, the cleaner the water got. And we finally found our spot. Welcome, my friends, to Content Key. This sandbar here gave us everything we wanted. We had the water, we had the sand, we snorkeled this thing up and down, we found so many shells. The sand was absolutely beautiful. You can see every square inch through the water. Miles and miles of sandbars you can just walk across. It was incredible. The views are immaculate. I'll let you guys take these in. If you guys are ever looking for something like this in the Keys, this is the key you want to visit. But you have to be careful. This is a dead low tide here, and the deepest amount of water you get is about 6 to 8 inches. But yes, guys, this is Content Key. Soak it in, enjoy it. So as you can see, guys, the water is absolutely beautiful here. Julia was in absolute heaven. This is everything and more that she wanted, and I'm so happy I found this thanks to my Garmin. And as you guys can tell, we hit another sandbar. This one had a few boats that pulled up. As you can see Julia down there just basking in the beautiful blue water. The sand was nice and clean. There was not a lick of trash. Everybody was friendly. The snorkeling was absolutely out of this world. So many shells, so many sea urchins. Absolutely everything you could imagine. So as we enjoyed our beautiful, beautiful sandbars and our beautiful water on our awesome vacation, just going from sandbar to sandbar, just not even believing what our eyes were seeing because it's just so beautiful. We ended up spending a full day out there getting completely sunburnt. Ended up just calling it a day after a full 8 hours out there just riding around, snorkeling, walking on these beautiful white sand beaches. You could not get any better. These are some of the pictures that we took. These are just absolutely incredible. So it's safe to say Julia was a happy girl. She had a great day on the water. So we went and got some dinner, ate at the fancy Florida Keys Steakhouse with some filet mignon, enjoyed some time on the front porch, and on our way home we ended up hitting the Everglades. Ended up seeing the world's biggest python, held some alligators, and that was about it. Our next video will be back in Chassahowitzka. Thanks for watching.